Well, Ray and Ann went to Fairfax. See, Vienna did not exist until much later, but they went to the old Fairfax High School. Was there an intermediate school for them? No. No, they went directly, didn't they? I hadn't thought of that. Yes, they did. They went to Fairfax. There was not an intermediate. I think I may be forgetting some things, don't you? I don't think so. I just remember Fairfax High School as being the next big step in our family. The two older boys, of course, were there. Ray, again, was very active in student government. And James Madison was beginning to be built. And Don, of course, would go there for his senior year. He's the second child. My husband was president of the parent-teacher group, and Don was a first graduate of James Madison. Ray, of course, had been a graduate of Fairfax.
Do you know how James Madison ran in the very beginning? What it looked like, what it was like to go there once it was first built?
Oh, that wonderful principal. Oh, my memory. Anyhow, it was a strong school from the very beginning. From the very first year, I remember all of the getting started in the new organizations and, oh my goodness, all the wonderful people. And right now their faces and the people are going through my mind, and I can't recall the names of them quite right now. And I regret that because I love them dearly. But it was a strong, growing, wonderful high school from the beginning.
Did your sons play any sports?
I'm sorry?
Did your sons play any sports?
Did they play sports?
Oh, yes. Our second son was, well, we laugh about it because the first year, son number 2, excuse me, was at James Madison. Ray was president of Fairfax High School Student Government. Don was president of James Madison, and my husband was president of the PTA. So we called it our year of presidents, and it was just great. Mr. Bonner was the first president, or the first principal at James Madison, and I do recall his name right off. He was wonderful. So Don played football at James Madison, but he was not a star. He fell early on, but he did enjoy. Ray was not a sportsman, but Don was the football player. Ken came along, number 3 son at James Madison, and he was not a big man. He was a medium-sized man, so that his size and his interests did not coincide, because he wanted to be a star in the sports area. But the joke here too was he was the best accountant they ever had, because he kept scores of all the football and the basketball, and if the coach needed a little information on a happening, generally Kenneth Vickery had it, because that was his job. He was always attending, and very interesting, but was playing only as a participant, not as the star.